everybody, it's Christine. It is time for day 11 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 14. And it's by Tara Van Morsel? May have an L on the end, actually. It's tiny, you guys. My eyes are not working that good. Day 11. And what we have, Saturn, is 2 photos. She's got lots of stars. I'll probably need to pull out my star die. Kind of this stripy paper. Is a pattern paper, basically. Big old block here. I'm seeing some shelves here and some labels and title, subtitle. Okay, so what I have going on is a cat that wants to be in the middle of things. I have pulled out some soccer stuff because I saw those stars and it just made me feel like soccer. And my daughter used to play soccer forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Although it's funny because I don't know that I have a lot of soccer papers left. I have a lot of soccer photos, but not a lot of soccer papers. Where are my pictures? Oh, here they are. Oh, they're small. Okay, no worries, no worries. This was a soccer camp she attended to go into high school. This was the very first, like, it was in the summer. And I don't know if you guys can see, that is sweat, you guys. That is sweat on this kid's back. And that's her. So this was her soccer camp, her first one. So I've got that, those pictures. I pulled out kind of a mixed bag here of soccer stuff. I wrote the date, so I knew it was June 4th, 2012. I got some rub-ons. These are from Reminisce, you guys. It was called Sports Chick. Rub-ons. This is cool because her school colors were actually burgundy and white, so it was kind of close. I have some stickers from that collection. I thought these could maybe work as some as labels or something. I actually have this one as well, Karen Foster Design and Moxie. So lots of little stickers there. The papers. What have I pulled out here, you guys? Little net. This is from SEI. There's that Sports Chick again. And I have I kind of like this diagonal to border this. You know what I may do, though, is pull up black cardstock. Because I kind of like this also as that block in the middle, maybe. On the top of this. That could be neat. And then this could be like the border because the school colors were this purple. So that's maybe what I do. I pulled out a bag of scraps here because I know there's little shelves, you know, and I'll just figure something out from the scraps. So let me grab some black cardstock and actually some white cardstock. So I'm going to mount my photos. And I will be back on in just a moment. Okay, you guys. So I have trimmed down my net paper by a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to use, and I got a piece of black cardstock. And I've already mounted my photos also on white cardstock. And I'm going to use my Nuvo glue here. This has been my more recent trick. I'm using the wet glue when I put these papers down because my ATG, I was putting them down crooked all the time. And the wet glue lets me wiggle it. So I do this. I really love this. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes, you know, I'll like a sketch, but I'm not like, I don't have a mental picture necessarily what my layout's going to look like with it. That's kind of true, kind of not true. Like, I'm just not confident. I don't know if you could tell when I was like looking through the papers and stuff. I'm like, I don't know that I sound very confident. I have some ideas, but I'm just like, okay, well, let's see how this goes. And I'm really pleased with how this turned out. It turned out really cute, actually. I love this little green paper here with that little soccer goal thing. It shows up pretty good. I ended up covering kind of this half circle in the front of the goal, but the rest of it shows, and it looks really neat because it's in the upper left corner. Now, y'all, I screwed this part up. So I had this purple, and I cut the first piece, and it was going to work. Okay, yay, I got to cut off a little bit here, no problem. But somehow, someway, I got myself turned around, and I cut the side that was not the long side. And so you'll see in just a minute. I'm going to mess with this for a second. And, of course, Saturn's going to visit. She's been visiting more lately, you guys. I don't know what's going on. She's needing me more. So I cut the wrong side here, and you're going to see in a second. I'm going to set this down and go, do-do-do. I'm going to cut off my 1/2 inch. Do-do-do. If I hadn't done that, I might have been all right. But then I realized, oh, that's too short. And I thought, well, okay, well, I'll just cut the wrong thing or whatever. Well, now this time I've done cut 2 pieces, one off of each side. So now both of them are too short. So I go, well, shoot. Guess I'm not bordering that green paper with this purple paper. But I still needed a little skinny strip for the bottom shelves down there. So no worries. I still get to use that one piece. But I was kind of kicking myself, no pun intended. So I scuffed the edges of my little green paper there. I've got my photos. I'm going to kind of organize these. And I got to build my little shelf here. Now, I do have that little diagonal stripe, which I really enjoy. And that's going to be kind of the
longest, it's not the longest, but it's like, it's visible. You know, it's a visible shelf here. It's going to go underneath my little purple piece. And I'm going to realize I need one more piece of paper. I look at the sketch and I go, oh, I need another piece of paper. So I'm going to get off into my scraps and I'm going to find a piece of dark, I guess it's a dark brown, which seems a little bit like maybe that, there's not really brown per se in here, except the grass has got some brown. I don't know. I don't think it looks bad. It's kind of interesting. I guess I say that in the stripe, the diagonal stripe has kind of a really dark, it looks actually like almost a dark brown too. I don't know. It could be black. This is such a dark brown, I don't think it matters. I think it looks fine. So this is going to build my little shelf. And I do need to cut the right-hand side over here. So I kind of get a sense of, you know, my overlapping layers and stuff like that. And by the way, the green block there, even on the sketch, it did come in about a 1/2 inch from the net paper. So I've trimmed that inside as well. I don't think I actually glue these together before I trim them. I think I take a pen. I'm going to take a pen. That's what it is. I'm going to organize these little pieces here, my pictures and whatnot. And I'm going to take a little black pen and just kind of mark where I need to cut. It's a little-ish, you know, it's not exactly any length or anything like that. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. And I'm going to take my cutter and just kind of cut those little pieces off. I could have used my scissors, but inevitably I'd cut it crooked. So I'm going to just trim these down just a hair, and I'm going to glue all that together. So I didn't make you sit there and watch me do that. All I did was re-glue the same pieces. So I think I've glued everything down right there. Now I've got this little thing here. This is going to be my title. Soccer camp's going to be my title. Now, it actually calls for a subtitle. I don't really do that necessarily because I put words on the little labels that she had. So I'm going to put soccer, and I'm going to end up pulling out some white letters to spell camp, but I'll do that in just a minute. For the moment, I'm going to put soccer, and I put it up on foam tape, and that's going to go along the bottom right there. Now, I have already gone off and got my star dies. I mentioned that, and I got off under my scraps as well, and I had little black polka dotted on white, and I think this looks great. I love how the contrast is on the papers, and you'll see that in just a second. But first, I'm going to take some black ink and some white ink. I decided to do splatters, and I thought, you know what, it's black and white, and so I'm going to use black first, and then I'm going to use white, and I think it looks really neat. I got to be careful, though. I don't want to get it on my pictures. And I kind of put it basically where she kind of had the stars, I guess, cluster, if you want to call it. They're like this. There's kind of like 4 kind of clusters, except the top actually has almost like a flow. Honestly, you could kind of imagine this is almost like a swirl of stars, starting in the upper left and kind of curling around to the right and then back over to the left again, if you think about it that way. But I put the sprinkles kind of in the 4 spots. Hope I didn't make anybody dizzy. I just did that white one. I got white ink all over my hands too, you guys. I don't know what's going on with this bottle here. Lately, every time I pick it up, it's got ink all over it. So, anyways, I sprinkle the black first and then the white. And I think the next thing I do is start gluing down my stars. I will put foam up underneath some of the stars. Not all of the stars, just some of the stars. And I just kind of organize them basically how she had the sketch. I didn't really go too much different. There's the upper right has a slightly different configuration, but it's really similar. So you'll see me do that. Well, no, first I got to do the stickers, y'all. I'm sorry. I was a little bit off target here. I keep using these sports analogies too. I found a few little stickers, right? I got these labels. One says plays the field. One says kicking. There are different sticker sheets, but I think it still turns out okay. There's different fonts and whatnot, but you know what? I got all kinds of fonts going on here. So we're going to end up with a few labels. This plays the field and the kicking. I had to kind of mess with it because I had that camp there. I actually scooched camp over to the left a little bit because I kind of needed to organize those a little wonky to each other, and I was struggling because I didn't want the P to cover up any of the words and things like that. So I'm going to mess with this for just a second, but I'm basically just trying to create that labeling situation. This could easily have been, you know, just plain labels that you could write on or just color edges or something like that. But again, I've got these stickers, so I kind of need to use them, right? I will end up having to come in with my Nuvo glue on that word. Those camp letters, they're 0 sticky. You got 0. I put my little label up there in the top. It says goal. And I think I found, yeah, this little soccer here. I'm going to add one more sticker too. I don't think I did it right this moment, but I'll find one more. It says header. And that says determination. I was really happy with that. So I ended up with 3 little wordy bits right there, and I think that looks pretty cool. Let me think just what else have I got going on. Maybe next I'll do the stars. I think I organized these here. You'll see kind of how I organize them, and then I'll come along with, like I said, the foam and the wet glue, and I'll glue them down. But I basically followed her little roadmap. It was kind of easy, and I'd cut out pretty much the same amount. I think I was 1 star short, but it's okay. I mean, nobody's going to know unless they happen to look at the sketch, but even that's a little bit, it's an eye for detail, I guess. But so I've got that going on, and like I said, in a second I'll take and I'll put foam. I'm also going to add some little soccer ball stickers. I had 3 of those. That's not technically on the sketch at all either, but I'm like, I've got these stickers. I didn't use the rub-ons at all, which makes me a little bit sad because I do like them. But you know what? I'm sure I will make another soccer layout at some point. So I stick that little soccer ball right there, and then I'm going to stick another one up over the title on the left-hand side from that little set. They're slightly different. The ones I use now have a little more shading on them, but again, I don't think that matters. I think anybody's going to look at that and go, what happened there? And I'll add one kind of up in that area. Nope, not there. That's not going to go there. It's going to go on the right-hand side. There we go, right there. And that's where that goes. And, yeah, I think the next thing I do is start sticking these things up on... Oh, please tell me I didn't leave this in here. I may have to stop the video right here for a second, you guys, and cut this out because y'all don't want to sit there and watch me glue these things down. Hang on. Okay, you guys, so sorry. I had to quickly cut out all of me gluing this stuff down until the very end. I just left this little baby bit right here because I was just gluing and sticking, and that's just not, fun at all. So I've glued everything down, and I'm going to go in here. I do find one more sticker. Like I said, it says header. That's going to go there, although I'm going to take some foam strips and stick it behind it. And it's going to go on top of the picture there. Technically, that's not really on the sketch. She had a label behind the picture, but I've kind of added this little extra. And then I will need to trim my goal word up there. He's kind of poking off the top, which was intentional. And I'll take my scissors after that in just a second. I don't know if I do that on camera either. You guys, I try to edit goofy things like that out, but let's see. Because I'll end up like touching and looking and feeling and stuff like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's basically it. I'm kind of cleaning up here. Like I said, I'll take the scissors off the top of that little baby bit of the word goal there. There's my post-it note telling me what date it was. Oh, I do add some little journaling, you guys. So on the top, inside the little soccer goal box there, you can see I wrote first high school soccer camp, June 4th, 2012. And that's all I'm going to do to lay out, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really pleased with how this turned out, so I'm excited. I want you guys to know I really appreciate you watching. I really appreciate the comments. I try to always respond to everybody. You guys are so kind. I've been very, very blessed to have such kind people watch the videos, make their comments, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to check out the playlist and give those ladies some love as well. Bye.